Time I'm going to give the opportunity to Manzo, Senator Manzo.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I will be very brief. Mr. Speaker, I would like to state that the policy statement is very important for both houses, and over the years, budgeting looked like an affair of the National Assembly. And the fact that we end up doing appropriation also for the counties, Mr. Speaker, I think it's better this time round and in future that our policy statement also be considered and the ideas in. Mr. Speaker, I do support and I thank you.
Senator Manzo, you've concluded. Now, having consulted the leadership of the House, we've agreed that we'll take 2 senators across the aisle. Now that Senator Manzo has already set the pace, we now move to Senator Boni KHALWALE.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I rise to support this motion, and I can't help noting the fact that we've come a long way. I remember when I came in this parliament in the year 2002, Mr. Speaker, the total revenue collection by KRA was 201 billion shillings only. Last year, it had risen to 2.571 trillion. Mr. Speaker, with this level of growth, it must concern the parliaments of Kenya that we must see more development, Mr. Speaker. The development we are seeing from the counties leaves a lot to beg. The development that we see from the national government, much more is expected of it. I have seen, Mr. Speaker, that in the beginning of this year, a number of contractors have started coming back on the roads. This is something which is laudable. We would like contractors to be paid out of this 2.571 trillion shillings so that our country can change. Mr. Speaker, in 1981, the level of poverty in China was 80%. But today, there is 0 poverty in China. How? They have managed their resources. We must urge the executive and county governors to manage resources. My second and last point, I want to congratulate the Committee of Health. When I read through your report as Committee of Health, you spoke to the real issue. Many people in this country, when we speak to the issue of SHA, they think we are against SHA. The quick reaction from the minister especially is to tell you, no, SHA is fantastic because 29 million Kenyans have registered. Fine. And he says it compares favorably with the 8 million who had registered in NHIF. But unfortunately, the Committee of Health was able to demonstrate that despite 29 million Kenyans registering into SHA, it is only 4 million who are actively contributing. It therefore means, purely on figures, that SHA is only 50% as effective as NHIF. Because NHIF, 8 million were contributing. In SHA, 29 million registered fine, but only 4 million registering. So what is the solution? The solution is the National Assembly and the Senate, we must push so that there is exchequer support to SHA. We cannot reverse the SHA because it is the route to universal health care. But without support from the exchequer, it will never succeed. It cannot rely on those little contributions by members who are subscribers. this budget policy statement, let our recommendation be that the exchequer must release money to SHA. Finally, the issue of Committee of Health again. You are raising the number of community health promoters from 107,000 to 120,000 people. But you are not following it with resources. So when we shall tell governors, employ more community health promoters, and then they are unable to pay, that is how you make the government to look bad, that the government is failing. We must, as government, as parliament, be able to push to point out these things so that the necessary money is included in the budget. I support. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
The Senator for Nairobi County, Senator Edwin Sifuna.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Every time this document comes before this House, my attention as a senator is always drawn to what has been provided for in terms of the shareable revenue for county governments, Honorable Speaker. The committee observations are telling us here that they have noted that the county equitable share, the increase that is proposed in the budget policy statement is only 5 billion Kenya shillings. If I understand that correctly, Honorable Speaker, it means they are proposing to give us 420 billion Kenya shillings. Now, I am sure, Mr. Speaker, you know where I'm going with this. Because in under 2 weeks, on the 7th of March 2026, we are expecting a final report on the implementation of the MOU between Raila Odinga and His Excellency the President, William Ruto. You will recall that I am the drafter, author, and underwriter of that agreement, Honorable Speaker. It is quite disheartening that even weeks to the expiry of that agreement, we are being told that the 450 billion shillings that was promised to Baba Raila Odinga is not going to be met as a promise. Therefore, Honorable Speaker, I want to encourage the committee. I can see that in their recommendations.
What is your point of order? What is so disorderly about Senator Sifuna?
Standing order number 105. The Senate of Nairobi is referring to a document called MOU. That document has never been tabled in this House. Is in order to refer serious agenda like budget policy statement on some dog-eared document called MOU between UDA and ODM, where this parliament was never informed of, Senator of Nairobi.
Senator Sifuna, proceed with your thoughts.
Thank you, Honorable